Hello and welcome to the Rightcast Podcast, another podcast about pop culture, movies, video games, comics, toys, that same thing. Why in the world should you be listening to our podcast? Well, that's something I can't tell you. That's something we're going to need to find out, you help us with, and, well, everything in between. And unlike podcast, you can't do it without anybody else, and that weird noise you just heard is my co-host Mike.
Hi guys.
This is our second attempt at the podcast. We did this last year and things got in the way.
Well. Didn't really pan out too well then.
Didn't pan out too well. I had some things pop up in my neck of the woods, so it didn't work out too well. We tried doing a review starting off with the Gundam Build Divers, and then we attempted to do a normal episode. That, I think, burned in ashes on my computer, so.
Which is a shame.
It is a shame. It was working kind of well. But, pardon the ums and uhs, I do that way too much. This is my third attempt now at a podcast, because I did one before called Dads and Dice, a D&D podcast, which can be found on Google Play and Spreaker. There's only like 3 episodes. And everybody says most podcasts don't see past 10 episodes. So that's the goal. I'm going to try and go for at least 11 episodes. And then we can retire and live off the millions.
What's that old saying? Third time's the charm?
Yes. Got to do it the right way. But how have you been?
Good. How about you?
Living, surviving, everything in between.
I hear that.
And Christmas was recently.
Yes.
And did you get anything fun for Christmas?
Yes, I did. I'm just trying to remember what. No, I got Starlink, Battle for Atlas.
I want to play that.
It's good. I got the Switch version, so I did get the starter kit. And...
Star Fox.
Yes.
That was the greatest thing. I remember seeing that at E3 of 2018, I think.
Probably.
I presented it to like the creator of Star Fox, but it was not the Starlink device exactly. It was more of a statue in a giant box, and he just opened up this giant box and handed it to the creator, and was just like, well, since you're partnering with us for the Switch, let's give you the ultimate prize.
Right. And for our European listeners, that would be Lilat Wars, Starwing, that kind of thing.
Oh, geez, they changed the name for Europe?
For Star Fox.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah, because I believe there was a copyright issue with the name Star Fox, at least as far as the games go, because I think there was like either another game or a TV show or something. I imagine if we set up an email, people will shoot us emails.
Oh, we have an email. It's rightcastpodcast@gmail.com.
There you go.
And you can also find us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is Rightcast Podcast. Instagram is Rightcast Podcast, all one word. And Twitter is at Rightcast_pod.
Okay.
So that's the 3 locations.
This ought to be fun.
So did you get anything else that was fun for Christmas?
For Christmas, well, just the usual clothes, stuff like that, but...
I definitely got plenty of those.
Yeah. How about you? Did you get anything fun for Christmas?
I got a whole bunch of stuff. And
yeah.
You saw them. My brother and his wife got my whole family the Smash edition of the Switch, along with Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Namco Pac-Man Museum thing, which has a bunch of games on it, and then Cartoon Network Battle Smashers. It was also with my mom, who was helping us get all of that stuff.
Okay. And have you tried all of it, most of it?
Most of it. Got Hot Rod reissue from Walmart. It was on rollback. Nice. I haven't opened them. I don't know if I want to. And it's great because he's actually in the proper packaging, because there was an issue with them being flipped over.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't exactly proper.
Right.
But I also got another thing. Hold on.
I imagine we'll edit this part out in case you guys hear it. Or never. Oh, you got Triptychon. You lucky son of a gun.
I got the giant Triptychon. That was a Toys R Us exclusive. But I got him from the Ollie's exclusive.
Nice.
And he is meaty. He or she or whatever it's supposed to be. Can't fit him on my bookshelf. He goes on my dresser for now.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, looks like a very...
He actually eats the Titan Masters and Prime Masters. You put him in there and he comes out through his stomach. And this is actually 2 characters in one. Decepticon Full Tilt and the Titan Master that comes with him, the Headmaster, whatever. But it's actually 2 characters. So yeah, that's what I got some comics and stuff like that too, but a lot of Transformers toys with me and my son.
Excellent. Always good thing getting the younger generations into the good stuff.
Always. So let's get into some news.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I don't know what year we're in. I don't know what...
We're in 2019.
I don't know anymore because Walmart is changing the game. This is from foodbeast.com.
Okay.
Walmart becomes first major grocer chain to put esports arenas in its stores. So you know how you go to Walmart, there's a Subway.
Yeah.
There's a little gaming room for like kids or whatever.
Yeah.
They're putting esports arenas in there.
I don't know how I feel about this, to be completely honest with you.
I mean, again, this is from foodbeast.com.
Right.
It's begun installing esports arenas in some of its stores, creating a place where people can play during their big shopping runs. Yes, because that's what every wife needs, is their husband and their kids running off and joining into something. You can pay $5 per hour to do open play whenever you want, or participate in league nights for $10 a night.
Well, at least the wives, spouses, whatever, at least know where the kids are.
I mean, that's a close-up of the inside.
Yeah, I like it. Well, yeah, like I was saying, at least, significant others will know where their significant others or kids or whatever will be.
I mean, okay, so here's where they're set up. They're set up in Spokane, Washington, Roseville, California, and Colorado Springs.
Okay, so
but
nowhere
with
near
more
here.
slated to open in the near future.
Okay, so for right now, nowhere near here.
Nowhere near here, unfortunately. Of course, we're in Michigan, so why would we get anything good?
This is true.
So, some comic news.
Okay.
I read the Jango Fett comic.
How was it?
Different.
Different good, different bad?
Marvel's putting out these Age of the Republic type novel things, and they're set on trilogy characters. So, like, the Jango Fett one was more of Jango Fett and Boba Fett.
Okay.
Which you see him doing more than what he did in Attack of the Clones, and this is set before Attack of the Clones.
No.
So Boba Fett goes on some bounty hunt, but he takes Jango with him, and
vice versa.
Takes Boba. Jango takes Boba with him with a couple bounty hunters to go track down a runaway. And Boba actually has blasters and armor, not Mandalorian armor, but they show a flashback to Dooku or Tyrannus recruiting him on the moons of Bogdan.
Right. And spoilers, by the way, of course it's going to take place before Attack of the Clones.
Well, yeah. You see the recruiting on the moons of Bogdan.
Because, spoilers, Jango dies.
It's been like 20 years.
There's still people that probably haven't seen it.
Yeah, well, they don't know what they're doing.
And it's been closer to 15, but yeah.
But it changes the game from the Dark Horse comic of the Jango Fett 4-issue run, where you see him as a Mandalorian. Like, it doesn't show any of that. Still doesn't say if he is or not. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you see that. You see him on Kamino when the clones are first being around. How says, like, yeah, I need more than just money, and does that whole thing. But it's not bad. It's nicely drawn. Looks very realistic. Very like, the actors and whatnot.
Yeah. That's always a good detail.
And then there's the Transformers Siege comic that's coming out, series, because IDW is all done with their current 10-plus year run of Transformers, which I just finished. Siege comics are going to all be about the new toy line that's out. So it's all being set on Cybertron during the war. Mm-hmm. So the comic should be set before or during the war. So no more just being on Earth and running in with Earthlings and all that boring, useless drama.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah. So it's supposed to be IDW's reboot, correct?
Yeah, it's a reboot because the ending of the IDW series didn't end the universe like a lot of people thought it would, but it destroyed majority of it. So the Siege line is going to be more detailed, like the toys are. I mean, if you look at Trypticon has a bunch of details on him, which you can't get on a smaller scale. I mean, this is from Power of the Primes, the Swoop figure. He's got some detail on him, but the characters that are coming out will have, like, twice that.
Yeah, I was going to say significantly more detail.
Significantly more detail. Like, you get to see, like, a bunch of rivets and stuff like that. Just a ton and ton of stuff.
Good. I'm assuming no more diecast.
Well...
Maybe.
There's some stuff about that in the toy news.
Mm-hmm.
So, for 2019, more Transformers G1 reissues. The G1 Optimus Prime reissue has been hitting the shelves in Walmart already.
Ooh.
It's without a trailer.
I don't know
for
how I feel about that one.
$50.
How much?
$50.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one.
It's comes with his hands, comes with the gun. It's just like that package, but for $50. That was $30 brand new.
Yeah,
We're also getting Warpath, which I never knew he was originally a mini-bot.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And then Gears. But apparently we're also getting Soundwave.
Gotta love some Soundwave.
Though he is going to be, I believe, the single tape deck slot. There was I think it was the reissue later on down the road. He was brought back and you were able to put 2 cassettes in him instead of the one, because back in the day you could only put one. Like the diecast figure that I got from TFCon Chicago, you could only put Swoop in there, and that's all you could get with him was Swoop. Not Swoop, Laserbeak, sorry.
Which, great convention. We went last year.
October. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. So speaking of TFCon, it's in LA this year in March. They just announced TFCon for July, which is like 3 months after that, in Ontario, Canada. So I'm not sure if they do 2 or 3 a year, but they're doing West Coast in 2 months. And then
that was what, March you said?
March.
Yeah.
And then
right.
3 months after that, you have to go to Ontario. There's no time for booking. Like, they already released the info, and they've like, here's the tickets, here's the hotel prices, go.
Yeah.
There was a lot of guys, podcasters for just Transformers at TFCon Chicago, that said that they're not going to be able to go to the one in California because it's just too close.
Soon.
No,
Too soon.
not enough money, no nothing.
Yeah.
They probably would have rather waited for the July showing and then done a later one.
Which is way more easier to do than... Oh yeah, you gotta jump on it right now. No thanks.
Speaking of more toys, Astro Train run the Hasbro. Astro Train won the Hasbro fan voting.
Okay.
It was Thundercracker and Skywarp, I believe it was, and Astro Train and Perceptor for G1 issues.
Okay.
Astro Train won it all, so he's going to be the first triple changer reissue that we're going to get probably in 2020.